Hey guys, with this basic topology, I'm going to demonstrate RPF failure and how to mitigate this issue. So I have taken a seven set of router 1 being the sender and 7 being the receiver, and I have created router 3 as rendezvous point router. So before proceeding anything, I have just provided all the IP address to all the interface. I have enabled multicast routing in all the routers, and even I have created router 3 as a RP router, and I have configured EIGRP for the end-to-end connectivity. And if you are unsure how to do this, just watch my previous videos, and from here onwards, I'm continuing forward. So from router 7, what we are going to do, which is a senders. Router 1 being the sender, I'm going to generate some packet. So now we are going to generate some packets. Before that, we have to check the router 3 about show mroute table for this group. I need to clear before demonstrating to you guys. Now check it. Now, there aren't any group listed in router 3. So from the sender, we'll generate some packets for the group 224.1.1.1, and same thing we will try to observe it on router 3. We are getting S comma G entry here in router 3 for the group 224.1.1.1, and this is the source, which is router 1 loopback IP. And see the incoming interface source port gigabit internet 0/0, which is on router 3 coming via on this multicast packet coming on this port. And currently the outgoing interface is showing null because there aren't any receiver who is intended to join this packet. And to demonstrate it further, what we will do, we'll go on the receiver side and we'll generate some, will create IPMP join, so which will show there some receiver who are interested to receive this multicast packet. So to do so, we have to go onto the interface and IP IGMP join group. Now we'll check. Now we'll check it on the router 3. See how this phenomenon changes. Previously, before joining, outgoing interface was showing null. Now it is showing it is going via port 0/1, which means 0/1. So from router 3, it will go to router 4. Then from 4, it will from 5, and then 7. So this is like a sender is generating some packet and receiver is receiving it. So now with this topology, I'm going to demonstrate in which scenario or which possible scenario RPF failure will occur. So what we're going to do, on router 4, we'll check the route for 10.0.1, which is the IP for router 1 interface, which we are learning it via port 0/2. Now, coming on router 5, we will check the route for router 1 interface 0/1. Just check it from where we are learning. See, we are learning this route via port 0/0, which means uh, from router 5, the traffic is going towards, see, from router 5, the traffic is going towards router 4, then router 2, then router 1. So my intention is to divert the routing. Instead of router 4, it should go via router 6. Let's do it. To do so, what we'll do, we'll configure a static route. Need to check the static route on this interface. It is 16.1. So on router 5, it should be 16.1. Now we'll check the route towards, it is a static route and we are learning via 1601, which means the unicast route is now going from router 5 to router 6. And what we will do, we will also disable the PIM on the port 0/1, which means on this port we'll disable the PIM. Now we check about mroute packet for 224.1.1 here. There aren't any packets, so we need to create some more. Now we'll check this behavior on router 5. See, for this, for 10.0.0.1, we have diverted the unicast route to go via router 6, and the default behavior it should be go via router 4. And now the incoming interface is showing null, which means there is a RPF check is failing. And see, definitely now we have to check, uh, see, show IP, which shows the RPF check is failing, which means there is somewhere some loop is getting created. Although we do have a unicast route for 10.0.0.1, but still the PIM packet or the multicast routing is failing. And to mitigate this issue, see, the currently the unicast route we have forced to go via from router 5 to router 6, and previously it was going via router 5 to router 4, and now we have forced to router 5 to 6. And to now it is showing, see, incoming interface shows null, which is demonstrating RPF failure. And to mitigate this issue, we have to force M route to come via router 4 to router 5. So to do so, we have to configure static M route for 10.0.0.1. Let's check the IP for router for this interface. It is 1, which means here should be 1. Now again, if I do show IP RPF for the unicast IP, previously it was failing. Now we have to check it. We need to generate some more packets. Check this behavior. See, previously the RPF check is failing and it shows no route exists. in this case, we have configured static M route to received via router 4 to router 5. And now the RPF check is also passed, and see RPF interface is 0/0, which is showing this interface, and RPF type is static. And if we now check the IP M route table, for the source 10.0.1, even the incoming interface shows 0/0. Previously, it was showing null. So now the RPF check and it's passing, and there aren't any loop in the network. So what we will do, we will revert back all the config what we have configured. And we will also enable the PIM, which we have disabled it earlier. Okay, now we'll generate a few more packets. See, even we have generated 10 packets, and even we changed the route for we have changed the static route for from router 5 to router 4, and the multicast packet didn't drop. Now we'll check the mroute table. For the source, it is showing port 0/0, and it is forwarding the packet to 0/2. So this way, see that demonstrate in what are the possible scenario RPF checks fail can happen. And to mitigate this problem, generally we have to check whether PIM mode is enabled on the interface or not. So if PIM is enabled on all the interface, then generally it will automatically check the path for the loop free. So conclusion is we have to enable PIM on all the interface, and the protocol automatically calculate the shortest and the loop free topology, and RPF check will never fail, and this condition won't occur. And if by chance if RPF check is failing, so you have to create a static M route, and even a static unicast routing you have to configure. And in this video I have showed you the way how you can configure those things. Thank you.